Hello all, welcome to this session. So today we are going to see about the basics of the neural network process. So today I am going to try to explain at high level the neural network process. So I am not going to cover any mathematical calculation in neural network. So I am going to cover only the important elements in neural network. Okay. Um, Also, I am going to explain about all the important process step by step how the neural network has processed the input and how the predicts the output. Okay. Okay. First, if you see here, neural network acts as a black box, like a brain. Okay, that takes the input and predicts an output. Since it's a black box, so the um, method is more complex. It has so many hidden layers, but we can see by simply with one single hidden layer, we can see how the process is going on from input to output. Okay. Also, it's different better than most traditional machine learning algorithm. We have yearly, I have covered many videos explain about the different algorithm about machine learning, but neural network is completely different from machine learning algorithm because it's complex non-linear mapping. Also, it produces a fair, accurate output in the classification results. Normally, the neural network has need more data, but that also it takes some huge amount of time for training. But the accurate output is compared to the machine learning algorithm, that accuracy is very high in neural network. Not only that, also we are going to see what is forward propagation, what is loss function, what is backward propagation, what is gradient descent, what is bias, what is weight. So everything we are going to cover at high level in this video. Okay. In case if you have any comments or any queries, please put it on your comments. I'll give an explanation about on each topic. Okay, and move on to the next slide. Okay, this is a simple single hidden layer of the neural network. It's a simple architecture design. So if you see here, this is a single input one, input two, one hidden layer one and hidden layer two, and this is output. Okay. First, you will see what is forward propagation. Forward propagation is nothing but it will take the input with weight, also with bias. It will go in the forward direction. Let's call it as a forward propagation. This has using some formula, but I am not going to get into more math details because it's more like it's confusing one. So if you want to understand at high level, I hope this video is the best one. So if you see here, this input has connected to two hidden layer, uh, hidden one and hidden two. Also, if you see here, this input two is connected with this hidden layer. Hidden one and hidden two. Also, the hidden output layer output is goes to like output 2 and output 1. Also, hidden 2 is close to like output 1 and output 2. Okay, here you have to memorize or not memorize, you have to understand some of the things here. First one is I'll show you the weight, and next one is bias. So if you see here, we have two bias, B1 and B2. Also, we have a number of weights. So each input have two weights. It's going two weights from the input one. So from input two, there is a two weights. From the hidden layer, again there is two weights going for output one and then output two. Again from this hidden layer, it's going to wait for output one and output two. Okay. Now, if you have an input like any input here, so it will take the random value of the weight and it will calculate the hidden value, and then hidden value it will calculate the output. Okay. This is the formula for the hidden layer. See, the formula one is it's very simple. W takes a weight W weight 1 plus input 1, weight 1 into input 1 plus weight 2 plus into input 2 plus B1. That is the formula for hidden layer 1. Okay. And the hidden layer 2, same again. You take the input 2 into W4 and then C, and the input 2 take again W3. Input 1 and W3. That is output for hidden layer 2. Again, if you want to frame the formula for output 1, it is same like okay, I can press this one. Okay, I rewrite the formula for output 1. Okay. Okay. Here instead of weight 1, we have to write weight 5. Instead of input 1, we need to write h1 plus, instead of weight 2, we need to write weight 7, and then instead of input, we need to write h2, I mean hidden layer 2. Okay. And then bias b2. Okay. This is a formula for output 1. Okay. Again, if we want to rewrite the same formula for output 2, okay, this is the formula for output 2. Again, how it's come, like I again weight 6 into h1, again weight 8 into h2 plus b2. This is the formula for O2. Just this is like an experiment. You can take any value for input 1 and input 2, and then you can take the output. So just give some random value for W1 and W2 and try this formula. So and then by using this formula, you will get the output. Okay. So this kind of cycles will repeat again and again to get the accurate output. So this is called, we can call it as a forward propagation. So in this one, if you see here, we are using random value for weight, and then B1 is the constant value. So and then B2 also is constant value. So for one iteration, if it is completed, again it will check the output with the target value. In case if it is not same, again it will calculate the loss function. Okay, we will explain in detail about what is loss function, what is back propagation, what is gradient descent, descendant. So we will see in detail in the next slide. But the thing you want to understand here is two things. One is this is called forward propagation. Also, the cycle has repeat n number of time until you get the minimum loss value. Okay, we will see how to calculate last value and everything. So I think this is the important layer for the neural network. Uh, I hope it will be easy to understand by using this simple single node hidden layer. So, by this same concept, we can have an n number of hidden layers, but those it is very complex to calculate the formula. That is the reason here I have placed only one single hidden layer and with one two input, and then we are going to predict the two output. This is the formula mostly used in the neural network. Okay. Okay, take some exercise. Just assume any value for input 1, assume value for an input 2. Also, you can assume any value for weight 1 and weight 2, weight 3 and weight 4. Give me suppose if you take input 1 is a 0.5, and then input 2 is a 2, and then assume a weight 1 is a zero point 0.1, weight 2 is a zero point 0.3. Any value, take any random arbitrary value, and then P1 also you can take any constant value. Just calculate by yourself for the output 1 and output 2. Okay. This is how this neural network will work. This is, we call it as a hidden layer. Normally now we have used only single hidden layer, but it has to go like n number of layers if you have a deep network. Okay, in the next slide we see the architecture for the neural network. Okay, this is the neural network architecture. You see here, it's very simple and easy to understand. So see, if you see here, we have an input one. This is the first step. The input will go into this black box. This is, we call it as a black box. It has a number of hidden layer. So here I have added two hidden layer, one and two, and then by using this hidden layer, it will give the output. That's called prediction from the neural network. So again, this output was compared by using loss function with the target value. We know that true target value. While training, this process will continue at a number of times until the loss function does get reduced. Okay, so if you see here, we got the output prediction, and then it will compare the output with the true target. Suppose if the loss function is very high, again it will go to the back propagation. It will increase the new weight. As in earlier slide I said, right, weight. So this is how this cycle will repeat in number of times. So again, initially first time it will give some random value. Again, if the loss function has, loss function has value is very high, then again it will give another weight to reduce the loss function. If you see here, the new weight will go into this black box. Again, the same calculation by using the formula, the output will predict. Again, that true target will compare. Suppose if the output prediction, the two target loss function is very minimum, it will stop the process. If it is high, again the back propagation will go, and then again it will assign a new weight. Again this cycle will repeat n number of times until the loss function has at a very minimum value. I hope you have some idea about how this architecture will work. Next slide we'll see detail about what is loss function, what is back propagation, and what is new weight. Everything we'll see in detail. Okay, here I have given a simple definition for forward propagation and then activate function. Okay, forward propagation, as I said earlier, the neural network processes the input to get the output. That's called as forward propagation. The forward propagation means just it's the we get the input and it show the output. That is called as forward propagation. That's what I defined here. The neural network processes the input and get the output. Okay, and next one is the activate function. This is another kind of process to happen in the neural network. Activate function is actually it will do the process in the hidden layer. Okay, as I said earlier, this is the hidden layer. So here the active function will process. What exactly active function is? Active function is like simplest form, change the output of the function. Which means suppose if you see here, if the hidden layer function will change the value of the hidden value output. That is called as active function. We have number of active functions that like the ReLU, sigmoid, hyperbolic tangent, radial basis function. But the most commonly used active function is rectified linear unit. What it will do exactly, right? Its simple term is the active function change the output of the function. For example, if you have an active function output has a minus value, so it will remove the minus value and change the value to 0. That is okay, it won't allow the negative value to that output, which means suppose if you are getting any hidden value output as a negative, so the active function what it will do, it will change the output to 0. If you have a negative value, it will change the output to positive. That is the process of activate function. Okay, here we have number of active function as I said here, the ReLU, sigmoid, hyperbolic, and radial basis function. Here most commonly used active function is ReLU. Mostly these functions commonly used in neural network. I hope here we have discussed two functions. One is forward propagation. I hope you understand this process, and one is the activate function. Okay, in the next slide, we are going to see about loss function. So, if we come to this architecture, here we could see the forward, forward propagation, and then we could see this is the forward propagation. We got the output, and next one is loss function. So now we will see what is happening in the loss function. Okay, if you see the loss functions or the integral training network as they measure the inconsistency or difference between the predicted results and actual target results. As I said earlier, loss function will calculate the value, the minimum loss. How it will calculate means by using predicted results and actual target value. If you see here, this is the predicted result and this is the actual target value. By comparing these two values, the loss function will predict the, it will measure the accuracy. Okay, and that's what he has mentioned here, the difference between the predicted results and actual truck value. They are always positive and penalize a big error well. Okay, the lower the loss, better the model, because if you have lower loss value, then the model will do better. As I said, there are many functions are there in the loss function. Like these are the different types of loss function: L1, L2, cross entropy, hinge loss, mean absolute error. But the most popular loss function is the mean squared error. Okay, this is the mean squared is the most popular one. The formula is target minus predicted square. It is the formula for mean squared error. If you have minimum loss function, the function will, that process will end at at the time. But if we have high loss function, again the process will continue until we are having many, less value for the loss function. Okay, this is the detailed process of loss function. And the next one, if we go to the back propagation and the new weight. Okay, until I hope you have gotten a clear idea about how the neural architecture will work. Okay, we have input, we have hidden layer, we we could see what is happening in loss function, what's happening in the black box, how the weight has calculated. Everything I hope I have explained. In case if you have any doubts in this topic, please give me your comments. So the remaining, back propagation and the new weight on the and then how to create a better model. So these topics will cover in the next session. I mean, I'm going to release a part to continue from this topic. I'm going to release on one more session. I'm on one more video is there. So that's going to see the detailed function, detailed process of back propagation and new weight, and then how to create a better model, how to avoid overfitting. So those processes and all we can see in the next session. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. In case if you have any comments, please give me in that below. Add your comments, and then please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you there in next session. Thank you. Bye bye.